Say you want to level up a new class on Wynncraft. Maybe you want to be able to have a chance at getting on the scoreboard, and have it be done in the easiest way possible. Well, then this is the video for you. This is not the video for those looking for what class to choose on their first playthrough though. The advice given in this video is for what class makes leveling the easiest and fastest. Anyways, let's get started. As you know, there are 5 different classes on Wynncraft, and you would assume that they're all equal when it comes to leveling up and progressing through the game. But if we look at just the leveling part of it, that assumption could not be further away from the truth. Because when you level up, there are several factors that are at play. Obviously, there's damage, XP bonus, health, and a bunch of other IDs that affect it. But there are more factors that aren't as flexible at play as well. And what we are going to take a look at in this video are these factors and which class is the most effective when it comes to leveling up according to them. The most important factor to leveling, I would say, is AoE, Area of Effect. If you can hurt more mobs at the same time, you will get more XP. Sounds pretty simple, right? But think about it this way. If you're in a grinding party, you get shared XP from all the mobs that you help damage. So if your attacks hurt more mobs at the same time, you will get a vast amount more XP than compared to a class that hurts less mobs. Now that I've explained what we're going to be looking at, let's get into ranking the different classes. The best class for leveling combat levels is Shaman, and it is the best class mainly because of its spells. The totem spell makes it so you can passively damage mobs in the grind spot area, so it's epic for grind parties, and it's the same with the aura spell. Its main flaw, however, is how glassy Shaman can be, so if you're going solo, it can lead to dying more frequently, which brings us to the next class. The second best, I would say, is Warrior. Warrior, unlike Shaman, has a high defense, but still very good area of effect. The Bash spell has a large AoE, and the Uppercut spell, Reach, is just at another level. Its hitbox currently is whack. Reaching like 15 blocks forward and several blocks to each side, you can really damage a lot of mobs at the same time. Perfect for the solo and for that shared XP. Next up we have Assassin. Assassin does affect a large amount of mobs using its spin attack spell. It also has high survivability with both its high defense but also utilizing its escape spell. It does, however, not compare to Warrior and Shaman when it comes to AoE. After these 3, it becomes a little bit more tricky because the remaining classes aren't really optimal, and here's why. Mage had to come next, because it does come with the Meteor spell, which has good AoE. However, Mage provides 2 main problems. The first one is that Mage is super weak early game, because it lacks damage and it lacks offensive spells. Secondly, even though Meteor is good, it's incredibly slow when you first unlock it. So a third of all the leveling, the Mage will be weak and barely damage any mobs. Last comes Archer. Even though Mage sounded really bad in comparison to the top 3, Archer comes after it because it's bad AoE. Archer has to wait till Arrow Storm's last upgrade to get any AoE because Bomb Bell is not really effective. What does make Archer better than Mage is only early game when its base damage creates effective melee attacks, but later game the Mage's Meteor makes up for that difference. And that was it for this guide. For a class just to make effective leveling, my top 3 classes are Shaman, Warrior, and Assassin, and I wouldn't really recommend the other 2. But that does not mean that they're not really fun to play as a playthrough class. Also, if you're looking to level classes, I would recommend checking out my speed leveling and my regular leveling guides linked here and down in the description below. And that was it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like and a comment down below, and of course subscribe if you want to. Anyways, good Bye!